Okay. Hi, I'm Mark Guttenplan, and I'm teaching 544 Advanced Software Processes. So I would like to say that I think this is probably one of the most, my personal opinion, one of the most important classes. The software processes are extremely important, and some of the things we go over in this are Scrum, XP, Agile, iterative processes. Um, and during this course, you will develop uh, what I'll call a hybrid iterative process. And when I did that, I ended up adapting my process to hardware that we use at Raytheon, and it ended up being the basis for my master's project. So a class like this can be extremely important, and don't be surprised if it is. All of my contact information will be provided in the syllabus, and I'll be putting the syllabus online sometime between now and Monday. And the syllabus, of course, will also include all the information having to do with the course schedule, broken down into what's happening each week, the grading scales, all of the assignments, exams, participation is all going to be listed in the syllabus. But let's go ahead on to the next chart, please. Okay, so these are the course goals. And that first bullet there, the course does provide us practical guidance, really to improve the software development process, which is extremely important. And what happens is you get an understanding how to manage those processes. Okay, now if you don't, people that don't have this class and they don't have that understanding on how to manage the processes, that's really where some of the most serious problems come up. And so hopefully you'll have insight into how to avoid those problems. We also learn how to establish a what I'll call an effective software process, and then how to improve on those processes. So those are the course goals. I do have some personal goals, and they include loading Canvas on the weekend prior to the week. So just as an example, week 2, the work that we'll have for week 2, I would like to have loaded Canvas on that weekend just prior to week 2. And so I am personally getting familiar with Canvas, and there may be some issues. If there's ever any issues really that are caused by me, they won't reflect on your grade at all. I'll make sure that I take care of that. Another personal goal is to try to record my own lectures. If I can't, there are lectures that are available that I will put in my place. For instance, Dr. Joe, who's on this call, has a list of excellent recorded lectures which were covering the same material. And so if you get me one week and you get Dr. Joe one week, don't be surprised. It may happen. Okay, let's go to the next chart. There you go, thank you. So textbooks and references. And so, which you can't see, but I have Humphrey right in front of me. You really should get that textbook, as soon as we're done with this call. And you should read the first chapter. So in the syllabus, of course, we're going to have a course schedule, and it's going to list which chapters for which weeks. I really encourage you to read the chapters ahead of the week that they're going to be discussed in lecture. Okay, get that book now. I do believe it's available both hardcover and online, so you can go either way. There will be other references, both for the iterative and agile and Scrum and the models. And they are all going to be listed in the syllabus, along with links on how to get access to most of those. Okay, let's go to the next chart. prerequisites. You'll notice that 362, I believe, is a prerequisite for every course in the Masters of Software Engineering. Since Dr. Choi and I really have the first two courses, that prerequisite is true. And so the idea is, if you don't believe you have that prerequisite, if you could please write up a message to me and include Dr. Joe, and just explain, why you believe that that you should be allowed to take the 544 and all the other classes. And it should be a very simple message, just explaining how you've already done the things that are shown in 362. So mainly your work experience should be able to cover those things. So that's for you to look up 362 in the course description and just verify for yourselves that you believe that you've covered all those things. Those next two bullets they're actually books that are referred to in the syllabus, and strongly recommend that you read those, but they are not a requirement. So, but they will be in the syllabus when you get the syllabus. Okay, let's go to the next chart. Outline. This outlines, well, it's hard to believe, but it's every chapter in the book. And I will quickly tell you, kind of what's what. But you do not have to write this down because this is all in the syllabus, and it'll be in a much better organization in the syllabus. So chapter 1 is actually week 1, and you should read ahead. So that's for your first week. Week 2 is chapters 2 and 3. Week 3 is chapter 4. Week 4 is 5 and 6. And week 5 is chapter 7. And then immediately following that, which is week 6, you will have a homework due, homework number 1. And I will be giving you an entire homework 1 outline, so there will be no surprises. Then we go to week 7, which are chapters 8 and 9. Immediately following that, which is week 8, will be your first exam. And there are 3 exams we look at on the next chart. And the weighting of those exams are listed in the syllabus. I didn't want to restate them because I don't want to have 2 places where I could possibly, have a little difference. We don't want to have that. So, but the exams, which I'll tell you, are 20 points each, 3 exams at 60 points. They're weighted equally. 2 homework assignments, 10 points each. So they're 20 points, and that's 80 points for those. But we'll look at those a little bit later. Okay, if I go to chapters 12 and 13 are week 10. Chapters 14 and 15 are week 11, and then we have another exam too on week 12. Chapters 16 and 17 are week 13, and then weeks 14, 15, and 16, we will have another homework and another exam during those weeks and cover the remaining chapters. And the software development process improvement models, agile processes, those are really there just as a reminder. They're the textbooks and the references that were shown in the third chart, a couple charts earlier. Okay, course activities, next, there we go. So again, this information is provided in detail in the syllabus. You do not need to write this down. And again, my goal is to have that syllabus on Canvas before the first class. I will do my best. But we have 3 exams. We have 2 homework assignments. Again, the exams are 20 points each, that's 60 points. The 2 homework assignments are 10 points each, that's 20 points. And then the last 20 points are participation and collaboration. And so I expect everybody to be getting full points on participation and collaboration. We do, for participation, there's an attendance policy, And we have the ability to look online and make sure that everybody's been online. You're required to be on at least 2 times. It's listed in the syllabus, so you don't need to write this down. And so for each absence, either -2 or -1 point. If you know you're going to be absent, you should probably email me, so there will be no misunderstandings. And then the course materials, everything, the plan for everything is to have it available for you in Canvas and available just prior to when it's required. And that, I know I went over that awfully quickly, but that is my last chart.